Blunts!
Deadass, because we could save this little planet.
Little.
The little planet.
Man, this shit is huge, nigga. You little. This shit is big as fuck. Everything else is, yeah, hell yeah, it's little. But to us, this shit is huge.
Little.
Huge.
Little biddle.
By the time you walked around the whole earth and came back and saw me,
Walk across the map.
you would be dead.
Around.
Around the earth.
If I went across and went to ice wall to ice wall and ventured, probably take me 25 years.
I'm just talking about exactly from where you're at, latitude it, exactly again.
Have you ever
around the
watched,
equator.
what is it, Around the World in 90 Days?
Or is
Never
that the
watched
one with
Disney
Jackie
movie?
Chan?
Yeah.
Jackie Chan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen that. He's that
So I'd
little
be dead in
scientist
90
dude.
days.
That's a movie, nigga. That shit was fake. That was it. Real life.
How do we know that?
Because that's a fucking movie.
We don't know how many movies are based on real shit.
Not
How
a
many
lot.
movies- A lot.
Not a lot.
lot.
Not a lot.
A lot.
Not a lot.
A lot.
A lot come from concepts based off of real things or things that have happened,
A lot of
but
movies.
not a lot.
Maybe.
Prometheus? Now you give me one.
316?
No. That was a movie.
Okay, about what?
That was not based off of anything that happened in real life at all.
Oh, what
This is a
about
story
Don't
written.
Look Up?
Harry Potter.
You ever watch Don't Look Up?
No.
It's shit that they put straight in our face. Harry Potter's real too, because there's a magical world. Like, you think that's fucked up, but it's real. Like, if you don't
Harry
think that there
Potter
are
is not
witches and
fucking real.
wizards, there are
Harry
witches
Po-
and wizards in this world.
Harry Potter ain't fucking real. There's not a goddamn slinging wizard that's
It's probably
throwing
not
around any
like
type of
you said.
goddamn.
Like you said, no, it's not probably exactly real,
No, yeah, there's
but
people
there are
who work-
concepts in there that
Yeah.
are real.
Yeah,
Like, so a lot of
but that
movies.
comes off of real life
But
concepts.
you have to look at every movie now and look at it as a concept that could be true or could
The
not.
Avengers,
You
that's
never
not
know.
written
The
off
Avengers
of shit
probably
of
is.
anything.
Who knows?
Hell no.
Did you know there was an intergalactic space like treaty?
Yeah.
So okay, because I told you before.
Yeah,
I
we
told
talked
you
about it last week. Yeah.
exactly. So there probably was a fucking galactic war. Like, this is probably like stories told, or it's something that's gonna happen. There might be people with superpowers.
Humanity wouldn't be able
If
to handle
Stranger Things
powers.
is based on real things, then I believe that anything can be.
I'm gonna need a lot more proof.
You gotta look for it.
Well, it's not there in front of my face.
What we're gonna do. We're gonna go back and I'm gonna look at all these claims that I've made that I gotta make proof to you. And I'm gonna build a portfolio. And then we're just gonna do we will
crime
do-
book
yes.
bulletin board.
So then we will do mini fucking series. And it'll be like 15, 20-minute segments.
Unlocking the myths.
Yes. Like, we'll have our own Mythbusters. Like, see what's really real. Or like, see which conspiracies are bunk and see which ones aren't. Like, I'll come up with all kinds of examples of fucking movies that literally put shit blatantly in our face. And then
If
just
you
laugh
wanted to,
about
of
it.
course, anything can. But like,
Well, no, but like,
for example, like
there's things that
and-
play out scene for scene. Like, if you watch Don't Look Up, it's about the asteroid that comes out here and is going to destroy Earth. So in real life, like 10 years ago, they're talking about climate change. And in Don't Look Up, they're sitting there, they're like, there's a meteor coming, like, we're going to fucking die in 17 days and whatever. And the newscasters are just like laughing about it and then talk about, oh, what about this cute kitten and whatever. And then there's a clip from 10 years before where this lady's talking about climate change and how if we don't change our ways, literally everything is going to be fucked and we're going to die. Like, and there's actual evidence of all this, like studies and all this shit. And then the newscasters are like, oh, but we try to keep on the lighter side and ha ha ha. Like, they try to downplay it, even though like she is literally screaming and crying about this shit. Like, and they just play it down like nothing. So like, they literally show us. And then it comes like in the end of Don't Look Up, it's just like a massive meteor that comes and wipes out everything.
what
Like,
about
at a certain
2012?
point, 2012, who knows? Like, who knows? Because you know
That
the whole
was a
dark
movie.
particle thing. And that's when everything shifted and went crazy, right? I've never watched it.
Oh,
So
it
I
has
know it was like the
nothing to do with
apocalyptic thing.
anything like that. It just has to do with literally the inside of the world just plummeting on itself.
And who knows?
It's like the world was hungover and
'Cause-
it needed to throw up.
I mean, think about it. Because 2012, God Particle was created. We went to a new reality, went to a new dimension, whatever like that. Maybe the Earth did collapse in on itself. Maybe that shit is real. Maybe when it collided and we went in, it wormholed into wherever we are now. Like, maybe they really did put that straight in our face. This is shit that I'm going to research. I got to research it. A lot of movies are just what we make
And a
up.
meteor is always a possibility to hit us. That
And that's where I don't know still.
that
I just
movie is
see-
just
I-
like
there's so
you
much
made a
shit
movie
that
about something that can happen to us at any point in time. Until it actually happens to us and it devastates us, then we'll be like, oh shit. This
Well,
was like
and
the
who
movie.
knows? Who knows? Because I don't even know if an asteroid could ever come, but maybe that was just literally them.
Well, I
making
pray
fun of
to the
climate
universe
change.
and the forces that need be and God that you keep Mars where it needs to be and the sun where it needs to be. Did you know that 5 planets lined up for the first time in like 1872 or something like that? It was Venus, Mars, Mercury.
Are there pictures of it?
Yeah.
Are they photoshopped?
How am I supposed to know?
Because I figure if you're bringing it up, was it NASA that released it?
Nah, I seen like there was like actual photographers and shit like that, like on journalists and shit like that. Yeah.
I
No,
don't
but it was
get it.
pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But anywho, yeah, I just pray to the forces that need be, keep that shit tidally locked and where it needs to be, gravitational locked. So no asteroids come out that asteroid belt and eat our ass, and keep Jupiter where it needs to be.
I got a question for you, real quick. Said you want the sun to stay where it needs to be. Real talk, and I know you said it before. If we ever saw the sun blow up or like anything, it would take millions of years. Why do we?
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes is how far it takes light from the sun to reach us. If the sun instantly just kaploop, dropped out the air, we would see darkness come in 8 minutes, and it would be instant. Yeah, we'd lose the aurora borealis as well immediately. It would be dark everywhere. But we'd see a lot of crazy things in the sky. And you know what's crazy? We would travel at like hundreds of thousands of miles per hour in whatever direction we were locked in at and rotating. So we would just send flying into the motherfucking universe. And then we would just run into whatever we would run into. But before that would happen, most likely the Earth would succumb to a really cold state because we would have no sun heating us up, and we would have no type of internal energy enough to heat us up on the outside, and we all die from a very severe ice age. So we were able to find some type of tunneling system or burrows to survive in that we could use geothermic vents to heat up humanity and be able to survive underground. And then we'd be mole people. So I guess you are right. Movies are real. There's a movie about mole people.
Old people are real too.
Now they really are people who live underground. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy that would happen if the Earth. But why did you bring up the sun, Aaron?
Because I just thought, like, when the sunrise comes. But, and then also, I was on TikTok the other day,
So crazy. Like we're seeing that 8 minutes in the past, but whatever.
but there was a white sun. Like, the sun's always yellow or orange, right? And they, like, it was
Depending
white.
on
Like, it was literally, and it wasn't like a circle. Like, it was like egg shaped almost. Like,
So
it was really weird.
it kind of depends on a lot of things because it depends on the state that we're in on Earth, like where you are located, and a lot of things where Earth is.
Mhm.
It can change the color of many different things. For example, when we're on the far side of the sun, or the way we detect stars and shit like that in space
Yeah.
is like we see how far how far they are from like red shifting or blue shifting. So how much light on the infrared scale that we can see, right?
Yeah.
And so, of course, a red shifting star means it's getting farther away. A blue shifting star means that it's nearer towards us and getting closer. We could like detect the orbit of shit like that outside. And so,
Found it. Hold on.
there you good.
That looks like a portal.
Oh, that's just how bright the sun can get, depending on certain.
But that looks
Type
like a
of-
portal.
No, that I mean that's pretty damn bright. Like you don't see the sun like that normally, like that big, but like just depending on where you are. Like if you go look up at the sun when it's at noon,
Yeah.
like it's gonna look white to you.
Got one more for you.
All right.
Just 'cause it don't make no sense. The sun's been intriguing to me lately.
That's the moon. Oh, you got the moon right there.
What is that by the sun?
Depending on level of zoom or camera, could be seeing another planet. They saying in the comment. That's the hole for the Capri Sun straw to go through. Oh,
Comment
shit.
section never fails.
Oh, a lot of people saying Venus.
Okay, so is it rotating behind or in front? That's the crazy thing. Rotating in front, then where the fuck are we?
There are a lot of
'Cause
people
it should
saying
be
it's a
in front.
reflection too. I'm trying to see because that's what I thought it was. Because I don't know how she.
I'm gonna have to send you this. It blows my mind. I don't see her
Or-
photoshopping or CGIing
Hear
this.
me like a rain cloud, which is why you see rainbows. It refracts and reflects light differently. So we could be seeing some illusionary type shit like that happens in real life.
Still wild.
Oh, it is. Have you ever seen that video that when that dude is like, "This one's for the boys"? He throws like a rock in the ice, and like when it breaks, it literally like breaks and glitches. Like
No.
yeah, like the way it breaks, like it cracks, and then like it makes like an actual like piece and just falls out. Like it doesn't break like if you threw ice in there, like a rock at ice, and it just
Yeah.
like made a hole and cracked on all different sides. It like made a little piece and it just fell
I
out.
think that shit's crazy. Like the more I think about shit, like I've been thinking about like weird shit. Like how do buses and cars fit in the same lane? Like I can touch my passenger side door without getting out of my driver's seat. But you have 2 rows, a whole lane, and then 2 seats. Or 2 seats, a lane, and then 2 seats. With
Yeah.
wide ass mirrors. And they fit in the same lane as like
I
little
mean,
fucking smart
that's
cars.
just how big our lanes are.
Or that's just how good of coding we have.
What do you mean?
Like the simulation is coded that fucking well to make that work. Like there's absolutely no, it makes no
No,
sense
because
to
the
me.
bus is definitely bigger. Like you can't see around the side of a bus without going into another. Like when I had a truck, for
Yeah.
example, right? When I had a truck, any sedan, I could easily see over and on the side of them of any SUV as well.
Yeah.
Any of them,
Yeah.
all of them. With trucks or buses, I would be stuck behind them because I couldn't see on the
See,
sides.
yeah.
Like because they're just as big as my truck was, and my truck took up a whole fucking lane. But so I
Which
didn't
is
have
insane to
leeway to
me.
like
Because like even in our cars right
swerve
now,
off.
we probably have like a foot and a foot on each side, right?
Yeah,
How does that equate? I
You
can
just-
literally touch both
that's
of
why
my.
you.
if I went into a bus and I went like that, it'd be more than a foot on both sides that I couldn't touch.
Yeah.
How do they stay in that lane then?
You just have to be really good at driving that.
Fantastic coding.
You have to be really good at driving that. That's a
There's
good
little things
NPC
you
right
gotta
there.
look at, people.
That's
They
a good
skeptical
NPC
fucking
right there.
everything. Question everything.
Question: why do cars and buses
Bro, that's
in
I
the
mean,
same lane? Say that's
that
it.
shit blows my mind still to this day. It makes no sense because, like, I don't know if you've been over by my parents' house, but they're redoing that whole four-way.
Mhm.
So they have it down in construction. Like, if I drive there, I could probably touch cone and cone on both sides. But I watch two buses go through there at the same time. That is fucking insane to me. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, there's little shit you can look at that we just take as normal everyday shit that really don't make fucking sense.
size concept is still a thing there because like the size of a bus is definitely bigger than the size of a car, but our lanes are just that much bigger. But like America is oversized on everything in that because if you go to Europe or shit like that, or like any other country, to be honest,
Yeah.
they do not have trucks. They don't have
Okay,
big ass
what about
SUVs. They don't
okay?
have
You're saying
Escalades.
okay. So
They
question
all
for
drive
you.
compact
That
cars.
only strengthens my fucking argument. In England, they only have compact cars, really, right? They have double-decker buses with stairwells between theirs, so they have two
Yeah,
seats.
you ever seen how
stairwells
narrow
up
them
to the
shits
top.
is?
But even then, like,
Them shits is narrow
there's
though.
two seats on both sides and a
I don't know if there's
staircase.
two seats on both
There
sides. In
Because the
what's it
lady, that this is why I thought of it all, is a lady in Britain that actually brought this question to light, because she was the one who was like, you got the stairwell in the middle and all the whatever in the British accent. Like, she was for real from Britain, and they have
called? Yeah,
tinier
but
lanes.
their fucking buses are skinny.
No,
Yes, their buses are
No.
skinny. Man, let me look up a picture. Let me look up a picture
yes.
of,
Let's
a,
see.
of a U.S. bus versus
Yeah.
a double-decker bus.
Yep.
England.
Let's see which one you looking up.
I'm looking up a double-decker bus.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, the roads aren't as small as a truck could definitely fit on there, but people just don't. No, yeah, I would say a double decker is about the same size. Oh no, it's just narrow. It's a little bit. Oh, you want me to see the measurements?
look.
Oh, okay.
I just don't understand how that fits in the same.
What was your 8 feet 4 inches?
Okay, so
height is
yeah,
16
8 foot
feet.
4 inches for width, 12'6" for height, and then 40 feet length. But it don't matter. I mean,
Yeah, I guess they're
honestly, it's
both the
width.
same width. But
8
yeah,
and a half,
just
or
from
8
seeing
and
the
4.
just from seeing the picture, just from seeing the picture, what's it called? Are definitely UK streets are definitely a lot bigger than I thought. Y'all just all ride compact cars because you don't have Americanized big ass trucks for no reason.
It may be, honestly, because I mean, it says 10 feet wide is the average wide, like, of the length. Standard roads range from 9 to 15.
That's about it. Yeah.
But,
That
like,
sounds like about
You're not
us.
going to see many 15s.
Yeah. Where it's not needed, they probably don't use it.
That shit's crazy to me still, though.
I mean, no, it's their neighborhood streets that I'm thinking of. Their neighborhood streets all have like sidewalk lanes and bike lanes, like
Yeah.
like crazy shit.
And
Like
there's
that.
still bus stops down there.
Yeah,
Like, it just makes no sense to me. Don't get how they fit through these spots.
be a lot of space.
Like, I could lay down in the lanes in that construction zone. Like, watch, I'm gonna go take a picture of me laying down between those cones tonight. And I'll show you it's only 6 feet wide, but these buses that are 8'4", can
fitting through there.
both of them at the
They
same
probably
time.
run over the cone a little
They
bit.
don't.
No, they
I
probably
drove
do a
beside-
little
okay,
bit.
I drove beside
You
one of them.
don't underestimate the strength of a
I
street
drove
cone.
beside one of them.
Don't underestimate the
I
strength
would
of a
have seen
street
it though.
cone.
I would have seen
A
it.
street cone could take out a 2002 Ford F50. Them motherfuckers is tough. They're hard.
Not that hard.
They're not that hard, but that shit would do some damage to your fucking car for no reason.
But
It's a
buses do
little ass
nothing.
street car.
Like buses, I'm telling you, I drove right beside it.
Street cone.
I was going this way. It was coming this way. And it did not hit a single
Maybe
cone.
it's
I watched
wider than you think
it's-
this.
I'm telling you, I'm
Depth
gonna
perception.
go. I am going to go lay down. You know I'm 6'6".
If you could fit two of yous in there, then it's good enough.
I'm 6'6".
Yeah, if you could fit twos of yous in
Just
there,
you watch.
then you
I'm gonna
good.
bring Megan's ass down to that spot and tell her take a picture of me laying down.
Take a picture.
I gotta send it to Oscar.
I feel that.
And
If it's 10 feet, they still good. If it's 9 feet, they pushing it, but they still
yeah,
good.
but if it's like 7 feet, 6 feet, like if I can, I'm damn sure I can hit toe to head, like
Yeah.
right there. And like if I extend my toes and my head is there, it's probably like 6'8". My feet are fairly big.
That's fair. We'll see.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna put this to the
And
test.
if
This
that's
will be
real,
the first thing you
then
can
we
debunk
know
right
that
there.
that is proof that we're in a fucking simulation and they code shit very well.
Watch that specific bus that passed through be like just a normal ass bus that's
it's
not.
a metro.
Oh, it's a
one of
metro
them
joint.
purple ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
okay.
a real ass bus. You know, there's like 4 bus stops over there.
We got some testing to do, folks,
Mythbusters episode 1 coming.
of the Bold and Blunt podcast.
Yeah, damn, we're at 1:45.
An hour 45.
Yeah, I know, it's just easier to read it that way.
All
Oh,
right, fam. We got any closing words?
same shit as always. Kind, be loving,
Yeah, be you, man. Be
spread
bold.
laughter,
Be
fuck
blunt.
the hate.
If you got hate, just make sure you can
Handle
see
it
the
right
other
way.
side.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
Be open-minded.
It's nothing bad to be a hater. I hate on things sometimes, but I also see that as other perspective. You know what I'm
Yup.
saying? You got to keep it balanced. Life is all about balance. You got to find your balance. That's the best way to put that. Beautiful message. We're going to sign off. We're going to give
Yup.
y'all a little something different. So it's going to kind of be chopped up and edited and
Chopped
put
and
into
screwed
different
like a
little,
southern
you know
verse.
what I'm saying? To see how we can hit it off and make
if
a
we
whole
can
thing and put it into one and then
Make
just
it
kind
easier to
of
watch.
yeah. There
And
we
if we
go.
just like break it down in segments and then do the full length,
yeah,
like,
because I know
hey.
y'all don't want to sit here through a whole hour and 47
And
minutes
if you
and just.
do, I appreciate you.
If you do,
I
that's
know
lit.
most of y'all don't
but
because
we'll
I
do
look
it
at the
later.
YouTube studio stats.
Yeah, they we don't have that much viewership getting past like
We
the
get,
30-minute mark.
Even then, it's like 5 minutes total that they'll
Facts.
watch. But I
We're gonna
appreciate
break it
you.
down. Yeah, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down. Appreciate y'all. Stay blessed. Love y'all.
Love.
Appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all that shit. All that shit.
Bro,
I don't
support
stop
us.
fucking
It's cool
playing
to be
with me.
kind.
If I'm a fucking boy, I'm gonna get pissed off.
You're gonna turn into the Hulk, and then the Marvel movie will be real.
God damn it.
Ah,
Stop playing
turn
with
your
me.
own proof on
Don't
yourself.
play with the boy. One love. Peace.
Blunts!